Now, as we're passing through the first set of gates, you'll see a couple of signs that read, "Trespassers will be eaten." This is a friendly reminder that all the animals that we'll see here today, they are wild, so do not let their gentle looks fool you. Now, the park is comprised of over 740 acres, but we'll only be seeing less than a quarter of that throughout our tour. So once we pass through the second set of gates, this is when we enter the first. Approaching our herd of llamas. There's a couple that's be passing us on the right hand side. Now, llamas, these guys are used as pack animals for centuries, but they do possess a couple of nasty habits. So when they're tired, they will lie down and refuse to get up. And when these guys are angry, they like to spit. Now, if we can look closely at their heads, you'll see that their eyes are situated over on both sides. This allows the animal to see in all directions. So yes, a llama can even see behind himself. They are very excellent swimmers, and they readily head for water whenever they're faced with danger.
On both sides so that they can see, and they are independent, right? So they can see actually because their eyes are
So we're entering the second favorite sea creatures. These guys sleep 15 to 20 hours each day. Now, even though they spend 90% of the day sleeping, they are still considered the supreme hunters of the savannah. Now, a female lion, she's called the lioness, and she does all of the hunting for her pride. She can bring down prey that weigh up to 1,000 pounds, which is double her weight. The pride cautiously surrounds the prey, and she will quickly go in for the kill, which is generally just one bite to the neck. That's all it takes for her. Now, we've had over 150 lions born here at the park. In conservation, they can live up to 25 years, maybe a little more than that. Although in the wild, they don't tend to live more than 10 years as a result of being injured by their prey or by other lions. These lions are just like the ones we saw in section 2, except for the very beautiful color of their coat. And it looks like they're all over on the right hand side. Now, lifting his head up high, we can see the male lion of this pride, and his name is Veta. There is a larger lioness out of the 4. Her name is Bree. Action Trust states that there are less than 300 white lions worldwide. And the greatest population, it exists in zoos where they're deliberately bred for color. So we are very lucky to get a nice look at them today. These gray looking cows that you see that hang out with the baboons, those are called the miniature zebu. They are the only true miniature breed of cattle, meaning they're not bred down from a larger size cow. So you're going to see the baboons walking around on all 4s. They do this as they can move quite rapidly in that manner. In their natural habitat, they'll cover 4 to 6 kilometers a day like that, although they never stray too far from the safety of the trees. Our baboons do have a very interesting social organization. Their social structure begins at birth, and each baboon has his or her place within the ranking. So females, they inherit ranking from their moms, and the male's ranking is open to challenge. So essentially this means they fight to see who the strongest baboon is, and he will become the leader of the troop. So there's we have 2 4-month-old babies, and there's one that's a little bit older. Her name is Belle, and she's about a year and a couple months now.
Oh my gosh.
So the baboon typically gives birth every other year after a 6-month gestation period to one single infant. When that baby's first born, he clings to his mom's underside, as this position is best for nursing. Yeah, there's a Belle's just hanging onto the handle here at the door. If you look at the bus, you can see her hanging on our window here. That, just like us humans, when they get older, sometimes they grow lumps and bumps. It could just be a benign tumor that grew there. So the baby's first born, they cling to their mom's underside. After about 5 to 6 weeks old, he'll slowly start to ride on his mom's back. He'll use his arms and legs to hold on tightly.
Oh my god, he's cute.
Now, if a lower ranking baboon attempts to take food before a higher ranking member, they'll actually be punished by tail biting accompanied by screeching. For the older baboons, they're afraid, or at least very respectful of the leader. An average adult baboon weighs up to 88 pounds and is known to live up to 20 years of age. So these gray black animals on the left, those are the wildebeest. Wildebeest are actually the fastest animals to stand up after being born, with the record being just under 3 minutes. And they have little flaps of skin that cover their nostrils. This helps them filter out dust created when they're on the move, since they like to travel in really, really large herds. Hanging out next to them, we can see these white animals with a patch of brown hair on their chests. These are called the scimitar horned oryx. They're a desert-dwelling antelope, and they have some pretty cool adaptations. They can increase their body temperature to 47 degrees Celsius. This helps decrease their perspiration rate, preventing water loss. And they also have a set of specialized kidneys which conserve what little water they find. Thanks to these features, these animals can live up to 10 months without a single drop of water. Over to the right, the large brown animals you see, these are the eland. The eland, they are the largest of all antelopes. They have those straight hollow horns. Females also have these, except hers are actually larger than the males. And they have white vertical stripes on their torso. From far away, these lines make them appear like their ribs are sticking out. This gives them a more thin appearance and makes them less appealing to their predators. So over on the right hand side, we are approaching our rare white rhinos. These rhinos stand at 6 feet tall and they weigh around 5,500 pounds. So the 3 rhinos we're looking at here, their names are Mac and Fire and Star. Mac, he's the male rhino. He's the one over here to the right that's by himself. He has the largest horn out of the 4, or the 3 that are here. The other 2 are both female. So their horns that they have, they're made of keratin. That's that same protein that makes up our hair and fingernails. They're mostly active in the early morning. They like taking mud baths. This helps them cool down from the heat of the day. But they have really sensitive skin, so the mud almost acts like a natural sunscreen for them. Now, rhinos are actually very peaceful animals, unless provoked. And unfortunately, that aggressive reputation they have been given, it is undeserved. They are strictly vegetarians, and they can take 70 to 80 bites per minute. They chew very, very quickly. Over here on the right, we have our herd of zebras. Now zebras, they're actually black with white stripes. And the purpose of these stripes is to help the animal cope with the severe heat of Africa. So the black stripes absorb the heat of the sun, while the white stripes reflect the heat. Their sturdy legs allow them to run as fast as 65 kilometers per hour. And they're actually referred to as the wild horses of Africa. And that's because they are impossible to train. They do not have the gentleness nor the endurance to make the horse a friend of man. So on the right, we can see these white animals. Those are the addax. They're also known as a screwhorn antelope because if you look at them, they got a bunch of twists in their horns, and they are found throughout the Sahara Desert. Now, this giraffe that's walking on the right, this is our very special giraffe. Her name is Safari, and she is the second giraffe in the world to be born through artificial insemination. So I can recognize her because on that cheek that's facing us, she has a top hat print. And each giraffe, they have a unique set of spots on their body, just like you and I have a unique set of fingerprints. For watching her walk, you can see she's lifting both limbs on the same side of her body at the same time. This is called a pace. It allows her to save both steps and energy. So these sandy brown mountain goat looking animals that you see all over here by the giraffes, these are the Barbary sheep. The Barbary sheep inhabit the Rocky Mountains of northern Africa, and they live singly or in small family groups. And they are very sure-footed climbers. So you can see the herd or the tower of giraffes feeding from their hay feeder. In the wild, they'll feed from the lower branches of trees. They use their tongue to grab things and pull into their mouths just like we do with our fingers. The giraffe's tongue, it's 18 to 20 inches long, and it's a purplish black in color. That protects it from sunburning when they're feeding. Now their tongue is so long, they're known to clean their own ears and nose using their tongue. If you look closely to the right, you'll probably spot some little tiny Barbary sheep with some little horns. These are the babies of this season. These babies jump around vigorously just hours after birth and are soon able to climb as skillfully as their parents.
Oh yeah, I love them all. There's another smaller baby right there. Oh yeah, there's a baby there.
Those two short skin-covered bumps on top of the giraffe's head, these are not horns. That's actually part of their skull. And the giraffes, they'll sleep as little as 30 minutes a day. They'll actually sleep while standing. It's actually really rare to see a giraffe lying down in the wild without another giraffe sitting close by to keep watch for predators.
Sustain themselves, or they don't do anything. Right, yeah.
What's in the little box they got for me?
Hay.
Just hay?
Yeah. So the one over there, that SeaWorld, the last time I
The jelly bean has to work its way into the bag.
oh, there he's bouncing. Yeah. There is buffalo here, but I don't think those are. Oh yeah, those are. I didn't see them over there.
So if you look over to the left-hand side and you look into the water just along the grass, you can see those two brown animals. They're kind of hard to spot. They're out in the distance.
Yeah.
Those are the Piers David deer. They have a head like a horse, tail like a donkey, and hooves like a cow, except you know how a duck foot has webbing between the toes? That's what they have. They have webbed toes, which makes them really excellent swimmers. So this deer, you can find them throughout China, except they actually did go extinct. But in 2016, they were reintroduced into the wild and are thriving quite well for now. To the left, we can see these animals lying down here. These are the nilgai. The nilgai have two white spots on their cheek and a white ring around their hoof. This antelope can be found throughout India. The females, along with the young, they're that tawny brown color. But sitting right in the center there, you can see one that's more of a gray with a bluish tint. That's the male. This is actually where they get their name from. Nil means blue, and gai comes from the word meaning cow.
So they're part of the cow?
No, that's just where they got their name from.
Oh, I see.
Now, if we take a look on the right-hand side, just hiding over here in the trees and bushes, this lovely fellow, this is Naboo, the greater one-horned rhino. So they're also known as the Indian rhino, and they're the second largest in the rhino species. The first are the white rhinos that you saw in the previous research. So they have these very thick skin folds that completely encircle their body and gives them the appearance of a suit of armor. And the Indian rhinos, they're known for being extremely friendly. They're very excellent swimmers, but they do have really poor eyesight. But they do have a good sense of hearing and smell.
He's all by himself.
He is all by himself, and unfortunately the reason we have to keep him fenced up, he likes to play with the other animals, so he would chase them, but it would scare them too much because they didn't know he was being playful. So unfortunately we had to keep him away from them.
Aw, poor little Roman guy. Yeah, it's pretty. Oh, yeah?
Oh, to the left there's two sandhill cranes.
Oh.
These are not property of safari. These guys look like they're just visiting.
Oh wow, look at them. So they don't live here. Fantastic. Yeah. You don't see them that often. You don't see them right on the top. Yeah.
And to the left, these shaggy black animals, these are the yak. The yak are native to Tibet. You see that one that's up on that hill? You might notice he's a little smaller than the rest. That's the baby of the season. And he was born here around beginning of May.
It is one up and one down.
This is about 5 months now. And in times of danger, they'll form a protective circle around their young with their horns sticking outwards.
Yeah. See it? Why does one of them have a torn up band out?
That could just be a birth defect.
Look at their coats.
Yeah.
Only the male which grows those antlers. In the springtime, their coat's very thin, so you can see those spots on their back very well. But in the winter, their coat becomes much thicker, and you can't see those spots as much.
Yeah.
And the animals breed quite easily in captivity, which is why we have such a large number.
Oh, look at him. Well, look at his big antlers, eh?
Yeah.
Although you can see the one elk has little antlers there. See? The one has some antlers to it. See? They're just soft.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. This one's a real baby. That one here is a little baby. He's chasing them.
Went on up
Oh, they're so
Yeah. It really looks like their horns are heavy.
Yeah, they sure do.
When he was walking, it was going like this.
Yeah, like heavy. Yeah. What's that? Up in the air. I don't see anything. Oh, it's an airplane. Airplane. Yeah. But it's not a. No, it's one of those small ones, right? It looks more like it's floating than flying. Oh, look at this little guy. He's just little. Oh, yeah, see, he's got antlers. Yeah, she said they breed very well.
The bag.
What else do they got to do, right?
Legs are not in it.
Good things. I like their spectacles, though, eh? Those are nice spectacles.
Now your tour of the game reserves is now coming to an end. As you exit the reserves, I encourage you to check out all of the activities and attractions we have to offer for you. We have the bird and mammal performances. Our first show, it begins at 12:30. That's the Carrot Paradise show. Right after at 1 p.m. we have the Birds of Prey flying demonstration, and at 1:30 we have the Wild Wonders performance. We have 2 complimentary nature tours, the Nature Boy Scenic Railway and the African Queen boat cruise, which you do get to see a variety of primates on the boat cruise. You can take a stroll through Pets Corner and visit the animals we have over there. We have our Jungle Playground. Also looking on the grounds is a 300-seat restaurant. And if you take a walk to our Elephant Lookout, you'll get a chance to